Rockets beat the Warriors last night. A little bit of an ugly game early on, but a pivotal one. They now take a 3-2 series lead. The Warriors have now dropped 2 playoff games in a row. They haven't done that since the 2016 finals. But Steve Kerr is not worried. Take a listen.
I feel great about where we are right now. And that may sound crazy, but I feel it. I know exactly what I'm seeing out there. And we defended them beautifully tonight. We got everything we needed. Just too many turnovers, too many reaches. And if we settle down a little bit, we're going to be in really good shape.
No shot, Broussard. No shot. He feels great about it, and the only thing he needs to adjust is them settling down.
No shot. No, look, the only way you feel good, or did he say great or good? Whatever.
Regardless.
The only way you feel good being down 3-2 without the home court advantage is if at one point you were down 3-0 or 3-1.
That's a good point. That's a good
That's
point.
the only way then you'd be like,
that's a good way to look at it.
Great point.
They have now lost 3 of 4. I'm starting to wonder in the back of their minds, because this is Golden State's been a team that has dominated the league. Everybody. They've now lost 3 of 4 to Houston, 5 of 8 this season. Is that messing with their confidence?
Now, that was something that I worried about. Well, it was brought to my attention because I talked about how well the Pacers matched up against the Cavs. And Nick was like, hey, man, listen, this is not new, Chris. I was like, what do you mean it's not new?
They beat them in the regular season.
Yeah.
I was like, regular season don't count. He was like, they beat them 3 or 4. He's like, oh, you might be right. When you look at that, not only during the regular season, and I told Nick, game number 3 or 4 looked like the #1 game of the season that we started off.
Yeah.
When Houston was
Game
down.
Game 4. The only 2 times all year Golden State's blown a double-digit fourth-quarter lead was Game 1 of the season to Houston in Golden State and Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals against Houston in Golden State.
So you start seeing some of these rare things happen that they have everyone else's number in the NBA except Houston. You've seen the last 2 games where they had a chance to either call a play or have one of their superstars either make a shot or make one pass. We're not asking them to change how they're doing things. Just do one thing late in the game better. And we saw that finishing out games is not their specialty.
Well, and see, you said when D'Antoni was saying the pressure's on them, that coaches don't like, players don't like when coaches lie to you. Don't lie to us. Steve Kerr might be lying, but I think he's saying what he thinks Golden State has to hear.
Yeah.
I think this team is the greatest front runners I've ever seen. And I don't say that in a negative way.
No.
They are the greatest.
There are certain teams that are good coming back. There are certain teams that are good grinding. You know, there are certain teams that when they have the lead, they are a better football team. I mean, our basketball team, and that's what we see with Golden State.
Though, they did rally in 2016 down 3-1. So you got.
But that team also had a different sense of invincibility. They were the defending champs like this one is, but they were coming off 73 wins and down 3-1. They had the home court. You know what I mean? And if we remember, we say they rally, the one road game they played in that after being down 3-1, they were dead in the water, and Klay Thompson went bananas.
Yes.
One of the greatest playoff performances ever. This team, whether it is game to game or as we're seeing at the end of these games, possession to possession, is not great with adversity because they ain't faced none. This is the first series going to this series.
You're saying because of Durant.
I'm not saying because of Durant.
But
I'm saying since
Durant.
Exactly right. This version of the Warriors, since they got to Durant before this series, they've never been tied in a series.
Right.
They've never been down in a series. They've never had a series go more than 5 games. Like this, all of this, they've never not had home court in a series. This is all uncharted.
And what you're saying is right because we hadn't seen it. So it's not like we're saying going up to game number 4. Let's say after game 3, they're like, man, they're great in every area. But now they're getting 2 close games. So now we've seen them in back-to-back games. They can't close out games. So we should be able to draw the conclusion this team with Durant is not great in those situations.
More of the proof that Kerr is lying is that he is obsessed with passes. Right? He hit 300, he says, is the magic number. We got to get at least 300 passes a game. Against New Orleans, they averaged 340 plus. Okay, they're averaging 276 now, so you know he's not happy. And we heard him talking to Kevin Durant about Michael Jordan and all that. I love that he did that, but this all tells you he is not happy with what's going on.
And also, I'm gonna tell you too, when you get desperate, you go for your best stories. Now, when I'm teaching kids and everything, I'm telling you, I go deep for Randy Moss. If I can't get him, I go to Randy Moss. Like he went to, they line up. I'll be like, man, let me get some Moss in it. Man, Randy Moss in this situation.
Just the way the last two games ended, it seems like it would be so uncharacteristic of the Warriors, who have 2-3 great shooters who are almost always locks to hit a shot. And the last two games, they looked out of sorts. They looked like in the last minute and a half, they didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know who was going to get the ball. It didn't look like they had a plan. That seems uncharacteristic.
If we can, let's just look at every Warriors possession after Gordon hit that three. Gordon hit a three to put the Rockets up 4. It was the last basket the Rockets made. Look at who's getting the shots. I know Draymond made that. The Rockets are fine with Draymond taking the shot. Quinn Cook.
Look, here's the thing.
Hold on, just real quick. Quinn Cook then Steph misses, and then on the final play, it's not only that Draymond turns it over. Where's Kevin Durant? He's standing out of bounds, and you're never going to see him back in the screen, by the way. You'll see someone running. That's Quinn Cook you see running. Durant's not there.
The question is, what in the world did they call coming out of your timeout? Because why is Durant off the screen?
Yes.
That couldn't have been the play call. I'm not mad at that pass. The pass was fine. Draymond just bobbled it.
Yes.
Was he going to try to go to the hole? And I can't kill that play for Quinn Cook. It wasn't a play for him, but he was wide open.
That's a practice shot.
Yeah, I can't get. I know they got plenty of stars, but that is a wide open.
And I'm not criticizing Quinn Cook. He didn't ask to be out there. But see, that Clay, Steph, KD, Draymond, Quinn Cook, that lineup, prior to this moment last night, regular season and postseason, how many minutes had they played together all year?
Research, 0.
It was the first time that lineup been together on the court all year.
And part of that is where you don't have Iguodala. You know, here I'm going to say, because your point about adversity, I think Steph, Clay, Draymond are fine in adversity. Because, again, I got to give them credit for coming back 3-1 against
they got a couple
OKC.
championships.
Okay, exactly, and a couple championships. KD is the guy. He has not faced adversity with Golden State, and when he faced adversity, for the most part, he played well against San Antonio. He struggled when he faced adversity in OKC. 17 for 48 in games 5 and 6. I'm sorry, games 5 and 6 when they lost to Golden State. He was 35% from the floor. 22 of 62. He shot 21%.
People forget that story because they want to blame it on Russ.
Exactly. They killed Russ. But in games 5 and 6, Durant, the best scorer in the world, shot 35%.
And the only reason we don't remember or talk about that blown 3-1 lead is because 2 weeks later, in the finals, a different team blew a 3-1 lead. Hey, now, KD, he said I should have taken the shot in game 4. I want to have that moment back. You said you believed in that he wanted to have that moment back. He had hella opportunities to have that moment back in game 5. But look at him in the fourth quarter in this series. KD in the fourth quarter in this series is giving you 3 points on 18% and 12% from 3.
This is 5 games now.
And in the fourth quarter of games 4 and 5 combined, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 assists. I mean, this is problematic for them.
This is going to be, he's going to get the lion's share of the blame.
Quickly, you still think the Warriors pull this out?
I mean, I'm the type to stick with my picks.
See that? I believe that.
Okay.
In my heart of hearts, where am I? I'm a little shaky.
They're
Stick with my picks.
Yeah, so you picked Warriors.
I picked the Warriors.
There you go.
You still have the Rockets in.
I had the Rockets in 7. I'll take them in 6. I picked the Cavs in 6. I'm sticking with that one too. They beat them so bad tonight. Boston don't show up for games.
I'm like you. New information, new opinion.
Love it. I love it. Or no information, no opinion. I don't care. Hey, Chris, thank you as always for joining us. Have a great weekend. Good holiday weekend.
Yes.
Coming up, is Dak Prescott about to get a Pro Bowl wide receiver? Next, first things first.